Michael Richards opens up about the debate that ended his career. Michael Richards is a renowned American actor, comedian, and writer. High quality recognized for his function because the eccentric and loved Cosmo Kramer at the groundbreaking TV sitcom Seinfeld. Born on July 24, 1949, in Culver City, California, Richards' youth become formed by using a deep love for comedy and overall performance, hobbies that could manually to an amazing career in amusement. Over the years, he has won a popularity as one of the most original comedic competencies of his era, with the unique capacity to blend bodily humor, impeccable timing, and bold individual alternatives. Richards grew up in Southern California, in which he became raised by using his mom, Phyllis Richards, after the dying of his father in an automobile accident, whilst Michael became most effective 2 years old. This early tragedy had a giant effect on his upbringing, but Richards located solace in comedy and performance. From an early age, he turned into fascinated by television and movie, frequently mimicking the characters and comedians he noticed on screen. His childhood heroes blanketed the likes of Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, and Jerry Lewis, performers recognized for their physical comedy and expressive performing styles, trends that could later define Richards' personal performances. After graduating from high faculty, Richards, in short, attended the California Institute of the Arts. However, he soon left to pursue his ardor for performing greater severely. He eventually enrolled at Evergreen State College in Washington, where he earned a diploma in drama. His time at Evergreen changed into formative, as it allowed him to explore experimental theater and overall performance art, similarly honing his capabilities as a comic and actor. Richards' access into the world of professional comedy became marked by means of his paintings and stand-up at some stage in the 70s. He started out performing at numerous comedy clubs throughout Los Angeles, showcasing his one-of-a-kind emblem of humor, which often depended on physicality and absurdity. Unlike many rise-up comedians of his time who targeted on observational or topical humor, Richards gravitated toward visible gags and whimsical characters, which set him aside from his peers. His revolutionary approach earned him a faithful following and stuck the eye of producers within the enjoyment industry. Richards first gained substantial TV exposure inside the early 1980s as a part of the comic strip comedy display Fridays, which aired on ABC. The display, regularly as compared to Saturday Night Live, featured Richards in a whole lot of roles, where his skills for individual work and physical comedy began to shine. One of his maximum memorable performances on Fridays concerned a silent comic strip, where he performed a hapless worker at a fast food eating place, a performance that verified his potential to bring humor without communicate, an ability reminiscent of his early influences like Chaplin and Keaton. Richards' career took a main jump forward when he was solid as Cosmo Kramer on Seinfeld, which premiered in 1989. Created with the aid of comedian Jerry Seinfeld and creator Larry David, the show became a cultural phenomenon, and Richards' portrayal of Kramer had become certainly one of its most iconic factors. Kramer, along with his towering hair, eccentric wardrobe, and unpredictable behavior, changed into not like any other character on TV at the time. Richards infused the role with an extraordinary level of physicality, often appearing pratfalls, wild gestures, and complicated entrances that have become a signature of the person. Richards' performance as Kramer earned him giant acclaim, inclusive of 3 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, 1993, 1994, 1997. His potential to seamlessly transition among slapstick comedy and moments of proper emotion introduced depth to the character, making Kramer no longer just a source of comedian relief. However, additionally, one of the maximum-liked figures in television history. Beyond the person's quirks, Richards delivered an experience of heart and authenticity to Kramer, allowing audiences to peer beyond his eccentricities and appreciate his loyalty and warmth as a pal. Following the conclusion of Seinfeld in 1998, Richards confronted the assignment of transferring beyond the role that had defined his profession. He, in brief, starred in his own sitcom, The Michael Richards Show, in 2000. However, the display became short-lived, lasting only a few episodes earlier than being canceled due to low scores. Despite the show's failure, Richards continued to work in TV and film, although he observed it hard to break out the shadow of Kramer. Michael Richards, exceptional, known for his role as the quirky and kooky Cosmo Kramer at the hit television display Seinfeld, had a thriving career in comedy and television for years. However, his public picture and profession took a pointy and irreversible turn after a 2006 incident that shocked enthusiasts and all the time altered his trajectory in the leisure industry. Richards had become embroiled in controversy following a stand-up comedy overall performance at the last, in which a surprising outburst came about that might in the end cause the disintegrate of his as soon as flourishing career. The incident took place during what became speculated to be an ordinary comedy display. However, when Richards became interrupted with the aid of a set of African-American target market members, he answered with an irritated tirade that blanketed racist language and offensive remarks. Videos of the incident quick surfaced online, going viral at a time when social media had become simply starting to advantage the non-transparent third-party crisis machine as a chief force in public discourse. The backlash changed into immediately and intense, with full-size condemnation from each the public and fellow entertainers. The racist nature of his comments drew outrage, and lots of his longtime fanatics and supporters have been left stunned and dissatisfied by the conduct of a person that they had as soon as famous for his comedic talent. Richards quickly determined himself on the middle of a media firestorm, and the fallout became fast. His recognition, which were built over years of comedic brilliance on one of the most beloved sitcoms in television history, changed into tarnished, almost past repair. Efforts to explain or contextualize his conduct fell flat, and Richards struggled to offer a coherent or pleasant reason behind his moves. Many saw the outburst as indicative of deeper, troubling problems concerning race, strength, and privilege, and Richards' tries at damage manage did little to change the narrative that had already taken hold. In the aftermath of the incident, Richards' profession by no means recovered. The comic issued a public apology during an appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman, where he regarded remorseful but visibly shaken. The apology, however, did little to stem the tide of complaint. Many believed that his apology was too little, too past due, and that it lacked the sincerity needed to catch up on one of these unfavorable outbursts. Despite his efforts to express regret, Richards speedily determined himself ostracized from the entertainment world. Offers for roles dried up, and public hobby in seeing him perform dwindled. Richards later opened up about the incident in interviews, expressing deep remorse for his actions, and reflecting on the toll the debate had taken on his life and profession. He admitted that the fallout were devastating, and that he had spent years grappling with the outcomes of that night. In an interview with Jerry Seinfeld for the show Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, Richards appeared somber and introspective, acknowledging that the incident had for all time modified his relationship with comedy and the general public. He spoke approximately his desire to move past the occasion, but also recognized that it had come to be an indelible part of his legacy. Despite Richards' attempts to rebuild his profession, the stigma attached to the incident has demonstrated difficult to conquer. While many in the amusement industry have been capable of get better from scandals or arguable moments, the character of Richards' outburst, rooted in racism, has made it in particular hard for audiences and enterprise insiders to forgive and overlook. His as soon as prominent region in Hollywood all, however, disappeared, with Richards largely taking flight from the highlight within the years that accompanied. The controversy additionally spread out a bigger communique about racism in comedy and the leisure. Richards have become a cautionary tale about the risks of unchecked anger, privilege, and the impact of hateful language. Many comedians, especially those from marginalized communities, spoke out about the incident, emphasizing the need for more responsibility in the international of stand-up and TV. For Richards, this public reckoning changed into a painful reminder that even in comedy, phrases have the strength to harm, and that movements, mainly the ones rooted in prejudice, will have lifelong results. Richards' adventure post-controversy has been one in all mirrored image and remorse. Although he has made occasional attempts to return to the general public eye, the incident remains a shadow over his profession, a regular reminder of the methods wherein a single second of anger and negative judgment can derail decades of tough paintings. In his non-public lifestyles, Michael Richards has maintained a notably low profile in comparison to many of his Hollywood contemporaries. He turned into Mary to Kathleen Lyons, a former casting director. From 1974 till their divorce in 1993, the couple has one infant together, a daughter named Sophia. In 2010, Richards married actress Beth Skipp, and the two have remained collectively due to the fact. Despite the debate that marred his later career, Richards stays an incredibly reputable determinant in the global of comedy. His work on Seinfeld continues to be celebrated, and the character of Kramer is taken into consideration, one of the most memorable in TV records. Richards' capability to blend physical comedy with nuanced individual paintings has stimulated a new technology of comedians and actors. He is often referred to as a grasp of physical comedy, and his performances remain studied by using the ones looking to recognize the art of comedic timing and body language. Michael Richards' contribution to television and comedy is undeniable. Though his career experienced turbulence, his expertise and effect on the leisure enterprise remained profound. His portrayal of Kramer transcended the role of a mere assisting person, becoming a cultural touchstone for audiences global. For tens of millions of lovers, Kramer's wild entrances, quirky conduct, and endearing charm stay timeless. Richards' career serves as a testament to the electricity of comedy to entertain, unite, and, on occasion, project its audience. His work on Seinfeld will all the time be part of TV records, reminding fanatics of the laughter he brought into their lives. While the incident in 2006 might have dimmed the general public's perception of Richards for a time, it does no longer diminish the brilliance of his in-advance paintings. As time passes, it is the joy and laughter he provided via the man or woman of Kramer and his numerous comedic performances on the way to stand as his lasting legacy inside the international of enjoyment.